Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the ADB Morning Cafe. It's your cup of mocha down. Kind of gray today. Get your cup of mocha. Get somebody. Woo. Yes, folks. Another day, another dollar. That's what my folks used to say back. Another day, another dollar. That's right. I come from a family where you gotta get up and go to work. No laying around or none of that. No, no, no. Go to work. Go to work. Just want to thank you all for tuning in this morning. Tell you what, it ain't cool. It ain't cold. So, topic of the day is professional athlete. Oh my goodness. Now, last live that I did, I wanted to speak on it, but I had to get more information. And in the duration of getting more information, have another episode. Not same person, different person, but so professional athletes. I want to speak to you all this morning. And if you're oh my goodness, if you're a young athlete, what's the lid on? And you're projected to be in professional sports, I want to speak to you as well. Money can change people. It doesn't change people, but let me say it this way. Money doesn't change you, it changes your attitude. So what I want to do is teach you how to have the right attitude. Now, if you're an up and rising athlete, you're on your way, uh, and you're projected to be in the NBA. I want to speak to or NBA, NFL, hockey, baseball. Uh, you're projected, or you see yourself there, making it there. Even if you don't, if you're an athlete in any kind of way, I want to speak to you. 844-726-2332. Again, all of my consultations are at no cost to you. They are there and they're designed to educate, to just have a conversation, even for me, so I can learn from you. I'd like to learn. Y'all forgive me. Need a little more rain. Just get all this dust out there. I I want to know what it is that you all experience, because you have agents, and agents tend to take over your career once you hire an agent or a firm. Now that's fine. But you also should have a life insurance agent, such as myself, because we deal with finances, period. The sports agent probably more or less deals with, they probably got people on their team too. They deal with publicity, negotiating they deal with the finance of you getting it, the deal. They don't deal with what to do with it once you get it. That's where I come in. So what I would like for you all to do is give me a call so we can talk about your future. Now, reason why I'm bringing this up is because I saw a post. And I ain't saying no name, we ain't going down that line. So listen, young athlete choked his wife out. Wife or girlfriend, let me say it that way. I don't know. And till she passed out and walked away and left her like that. Now, folks, that could easily fall under the realms of attempt murder. But one thing I can most definitely say to you, that man's professional career has ended. And will he be able to ever come back? Who knows? I want to say this, and I don't, and I'm not being political or anything when I say it, but y'all look at Colin Kaepernick. He took a knee and can't make it back to the NFL. So you strangling your spouse or choking your spouse till she pass out. I guess that's what you can expect. If to me, that's far worse than taking a knee during the national anthem. So, there you are. And then the next post was athlete. I don't know if it's basketball or what, but I just got to the point where it's difficult for me to even watch this stuff because all I see is destruction of young black men. When I see it, I don't, even if it was a white man, it wouldn't matter to me. It's a young man, a young athlete, young man, and as a man, we need to teach our men, about success, how to obtain it and how to keep it. So, the second event was young man and fighting in, I don't know, it was a club, bar, bowling alley, or whatever it was, somebody's basement. I don't know. But again, these are career-ending decisions. So what I want to bring to you all young athletes. I don't care if you're male, female, or what have you. It does not matter. I don't care if you're black, white, Latino, Asian, what have you. It doesn't matter. What I want to bring to you is your decisions affect your future. So instead of making that decision to the point where you are no longer a professional athlete, you are banned, barred, suspended, whatever the case may be, from being a professional athlete, make this decision. Call this number, 844-726-2332. I want you to call, set an appointment, because we need to talk about your future, sustaining your financial future. So no matter what decisions you make, what you do, your finances will be there in retirement and later on in life, when you decide you don't want to work anymore, or when you can't work anymore because you made a stupid decision to go upside somebody's head and you done lost your contract. This is the type of security you need. These sports agents may or may not be teaching this to you, but I'm a licensed life insurance agent, and I'm most definitely going to teach this to you. Now, talk to your parents or talk to whoever you need to talk to, because this is the time to get it done. Now is the time to get it done. You want to get it done now for this reason. You don't know what decision you're going to make tomorrow. Did you hear me when I said that? You need to get it done now, today, because you do not know what type of decision you're going to make tomorrow. Most people say tomorrow's not promised. I can tell you one thing. When you make it there to tomorrow, you're gonna wish you made a good decision today, because today is gonna be yesterday when you get to tomorrow. You feel me? You pick up what I'm putting down. You're gonna wish and you're gonna hope and want to have made a good decision today. When you get to tomorrow, I don't care what book you write, and I don't care who you are. I don't care what age you are. Nothing is going to please you more than getting to tomorrow and have made a great decision today, which would be, when you get to tomorrow, it's going to be yesterday. Yes. We have products such as life insurance products and an equity index annuity. Listen, folks, single premium annuities, y'all get these signing bonuses for signing contracts in the NFL. And then listen to me, and listen to me well. And if you take offense to what I'm saying, that means you understand exactly what I'm saying, right? So listen, when you're get these signing bonuses for the NFL, and then why is it that the next thing pop up on you is jewelry, gold jewelry, bling bling, these grills, these teeth with all the diamonds and stuff, with the diamonds around your neck, car, Lambo or Rollie, or you might buy your mama a house. Good investment. homes investment, but I don't know how you buying your mama her house. But let me say this: if it's not paid for in full, I wouldn't buy my mama a house. I wouldn't buy my mama a house and then have to pay notes. If I buy my mama a house, it's got to be paid for, and not only that, it's got to be placed into a trust. And not only that, we got to have a line of succession. So when mama die, somebody, the trust is, it's somebody's living that's in the trust that's going to be able to bear the fruits of that investment. So why is it that these are the things you think about, but not for a second have you ever thought about life insurance? Being able to protect your family. Having a cash value account. So if you do, God forbid, make that dumb decision, now you have something ready and available to the effect that you can recover from that dumb decision in some form or fashion. I don't know. I don't know how detrimental that dumb decision can be to you. You know, you one of these type cats that like carrying the guns to the bar and shooting yourself in the leg. You know, a lot of people forget about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm old school. I remember all that stuff. But what I'm seeing now is y'all, y'all like to put hands on people, and that's not cool. You know, and people always say, well, everybody try to make it about this NFL image and the NFL image. It is an NFL image, but what about your own? What about your own image? Why haven't we discussed that? Why haven't we stopped and said, wow, you know, what about the image of your race? What about the image of your heritage? What about the image of your community? You know, it's a lot that can be on your shoulders at any point in given time as an adult, but this is why society, we teach our children to become responsible adults. This is for this very reason, to each his own. You have the freedom. Yes, you're free. You're free to make that dumbass decision. You're free to make it. But there's a price. There's some consequences that come with that. So this is why I'm here giving you my number to call so that I can educate you on, man, let's bring some education to this picture, awareness to this picture. Let's get your money in some vehicles that tax free, tax deferred, both either one. Let's get your money there. Let's get your money lawsuit proof, bankruptcy proof, divorce proof. Let's get your money there. Let's get your money there. Let's not have you one dumbass decision away from losing everything in your life. And I don't know how. I think you can say ass on Facebook. I don't know, but I'm trying to drive this thing home. I got one of my partners. He calls it courageous conversation, and I think I might be in his realm right now because I'm tired of looking at these posts, these Facebook posts, ladies shaking their booty, barely wearing clothes. They call it twerking, gyrating and everything. And then men come around and got their hands around their throat, going upside their head. I I watched a lot of these crime shows, Fatal Attraction and all that type stuff. on television. And you got killer couples, all that kind of stuff. I get a kick out of it. But listen, this dude is on methamphetamine now. Let's get it straight. He was hooked on methamphetamine and going around just killing people. You ain't robbing them. You ain't taking. Just killing people. It's crazy. Going in the gas stations, shooting people for the. Come on now. How much money is in a gas station cash register? If a thousand. I don't even think it's 1,000. Anyway, the girlfriend or whatever that he forced her to be his partner in crime. They say this clown. She said he punched her one time, knocked her teeth out her mouth, and put her back in with super glue. I'm telling you, I'm tickled by it. I laugh at it, but come on now, people. Come on, young men. Be more specific. You know, your hands don't belong on your woman. You know what I'm saying? And furthermore, your hands don't belong on your woman on a Facebook post. See, a lot of police brutality and a lot of crimes against our society is being exposed because of the cell phone, the camera on the cell phone. You know, and I can say this and I can speak to this because I'm a victim of it. I'm a victim of police brutality. And, you know, nothing I could say could have been done back in those times because, for one, the 4 or 5 witnesses there, they weren't gonna say, they weren't gonna say nothing. You know, the cop, God rest his soul, the cop years later ended up committing suicide because his wife left him because of the violent nature of him, you know. Yeah. So the camera, I'm saying that to say that the cameras are always around. You got cameras on the poles, telephone poles, and they ain't telephone poles no more because telephone is in your hand. But the utility poles, I'm gonna say, y'all remember that telephone lines used to be on poles. They ain't on there no more. Buildings, everybody's home just about. Hey, y'all stop that. Dumb decision. Kids, they horse playing and almost came out into the street as I'm driving down the street right in front of me. Whew, made me nervous. But young people, let's get it together. Let's get it together. Let's talk. I always say, and I teach, like I train a lot of my family members in handling firearms. Because I'm a firearm owner, and I train my other family members and friends that are interested in owning a firearm. Hey, before you purchase a firearm, you really need to get trained on a firearm. I preach that. And the very first lesson, the very first statement is that anger and this weapon do not go together. Let me say that one more time. Anger and this weapon do not go together. You can you can find yourself in a very, very peculiar situation if you grab your firearm and you mad. I can tell you, you may not, you could possibly, you're more than likely going to lose your freedom. You have to be a responsible gun owner. You have to be a responsible adult. You have to be a responsible athlete, because we're talking to athletes today. I don't care if you just doing it just for the exercise, because we ain't even got to. We still on the dumb decision. We haven't even gotten to the injury, the sports injury. It takes you out of functionality, or it takes you out of professional sports forever and ever. You know, these products that I have, this education that I teach, helps you prepare for that, the consequences of that. Now, can it prevent the sports injury? No, but can it prevent the consequences of the sports injury? Majority of them, yeah. The financial burdens that come with that sports injury, because an Index Universal Life has critical injury riders in them. So that injury that keeps you from two of the uh, DLAs, and a DLA is daily living activity, like bathing yourself, eating, continence, transferring, clothing yourself, things that we do daily that we don't need nobody else to help us do, or no other piece of machinery to help us do. I tell you one thing, y'all. I think we're gonna have to do a part two. Definitely, we're gonna do it. We're gonna part two this tomorrow, because this is hot. I didn't know it was gonna go this direction. Trust me, I knew it. Last live I did, I knew I wanted to speak on it, but I didn't want to come out there half. I want my facts so I can talk about facts. And heck, and looking for the facts, I ran across another thing, and I don't even know the guys' names, and thankfully, because they won't slip out my mouth and I'll be saying it, because I don't want to say someone's name. All I want is all of you young athletes to get yourself protected. Don't let some fool coming around saying, well, I'm a financial advisor. If anybody comes to you, says they are financial advisors, look them up. Tell them, give you some credentials. What's your license number? Are you running a business? What's your EIN number? What's the name of your business? Where are you registered at? I invite people all the time. Look me up. I'm accredited with the Better Business Bureau. I'm registered in the state of Virginia. I'm licensed in the state of Virginia, Ohio, Nevada, Texas, California, North Carolina, Maryland, Connecticut. And I know I missed one, because 9. May have missed 2, but that doesn't matter. New York. I didn't say New York. Look me up, licensed. And then just start getting licensed today. You know what I'm saying? These licenses, all of that history is going to be there. NIPR, look me up. NIPR, go to Google, NIPR. Anthony Burke. Anthony D. Burke. That's what the ADB stands for. Somebody asked me not too long ago, what does ADB mean? Somebody playing games. They weren't serious, about joining the business, joining my team. You want to join my team, you ain't worried about what the ADB stands for. You worried about how you gonna get paid and how much can you make if you're serious about it and what you got to do to get paid. If you're serious about joining the team, if you're serious about it, how do I get licensed? These are the questions that a serious individual that's serious about doing this business is going to ask. How long does it take me to get licensed? How do I do that? How do I get signed up for license? How do I get signed up to get started? Yeah. So I want to encourage you all to give me a call, 844-726-2332. Athletes. And we're gonna part two this tomorrow because we gotta get into the injury side of things. And there's some other things that we're gonna get into. So peace. Love y'all. Have a blessed day. Have it on purpose.